In this video, we'll learn about integration test. To get started with the video session, what we'll do, we're going to make a project in Visual Studio 2016 and we are going to perform integration test on the project. So for this, we'll get started with Visual Studio. In this video, I'm using Visual Studio 2012. You can opt in any of the Visual Studios available. Let's get started by creating a new project. We are going to create a Windows Form application and we are going to call it as integration test. Within this project integration test, let's say we are going to design a simple program. Let's open the toolbox first so that we can make use of some controls. We are going to change this as integration test. And within the integration test, now what we will do, we are going to make use of a label control, and let's say I'm going to set the label at a specific position and we'll change the text to enter, let's say value 1, value A, and we're going to have a text box control. So we'll have the text box control over here. Let's just keep the text box control here. Let's copy that. Paste that here. We'll change it to enter value for B. And finally, we are going to have a button control. Let's say we are going to call it as something like, let's convert it to something like calculate. So we'll have a method here. We'll have a button control here. So we are going to insert a value for A and B, and as soon as we click on calculate, we will get an output message box. And that output message box will add the value for A and B and will display the message. So now what we have to do, let's say this is text box 1, this is text box 2, this is my button 1 control, and we like to set an event handler on calculate button. So let's double click on calculator button and now a method will be created for you. So within this, what we like to do, we are going to receive the integers. Let's say integer text box 1 dot text, and we'll have another like B is equal to text box 2 dot text. So let's say in the last session when we were doing unit test, you have understood we have to convert that into integers. Convert dot to integer. Let's say we are going to convert that into integer 16, and we are going to convert dot to integer 16. Now, so let's say if we will be performing unit test on button control, what we can do is we can test with different types of parameters like positive, signed integers, unsigned integers, null integers, text strings. So these tests we have already performed in unit test. Now in this case, what we want to do, we believe, let's say we are two developers who are working on the same project. I was responsible to handle the user interface and my methods for let's say for event handling, and there is another developer who has coded the add method. Now what we did, we both have performed unit test on our individual methods and we have integrated the code. Now after integration of the code, it may be possible that we are getting some false results. In order to identify that, we have to check how things will work. So for this, we have to use integration test. So in order to do this, let's say I would like to use a method add. Let's say this add method will be created by some other person. Let's say I'm going to create a new class here. Let's go to new, add a new class, and let's call it as calculations. So we are going to have a new class known as calculations here. Let's say this class is developed by some other developer, and here within the calculations we have a method. Let's call it as public void, or let's call it as public void integer add, which is going to receive two integers, integer A and B, A and integer B. And now within this, what we have to do, let's say Now we are going to, let's say we are going to return A plus B. Let's say this is the method which is coded by some other developer, and we have got that calculations.cs from him, and we have integrated this calculations.cs in our code. So once we have integrated that, what we like to do, we like to make use of calculations. CL is equal to new calculations. We're going to create a new object for the class calculations, and name of the object will be CL. Now using the CL, we are going to make use of the add method, which is public method, and we have to provide in two integers, integer A and B, and we'll finally get the result. So let's say we'll provide the value like A and B, okay, and we are going to receive that in integer result, and let's say we are going to finally message box dot show, like do something like show, and we'll do something like output is your result. So what we did here, we integrated code of other developer. It may be possible that he has already performed unit test on the add methods for different types of parameters, but it could be possible that by mistake we have taken some different inputs. It could be like I have taken, let's say, float values here, okay, and it could be possible. So we are trying to use the values, and it is like they have taken some other different values. So for the moment, what I'll just do is, let me just perform the simple, let me just make you understand the approaches for performing the integration test. So let's say we have integrated this code and we are going to get the output here. So let me just run this application and test whether this is working correctly or not. So we have got a 10 and a 20, and we will calculate, and we'll get a message box as 30. So now the application code is correct. Now we have to understand the integration test. So who will be performing integration test? The person who is integrating the code has the responsibility to perform the integration tests. Even though the methods it may be possible they have passed all the unit tests, but it could be possible that it may fail the integration test. So now, in order to perform the integration tests, what approach we actually use? We have two approaches for integration tests, and here I would like to tell you approaches for integration tests. And the approaches, the first is top-down approach, second is bottom-up approach, and the third is mixed approach, which is actually a combination of top-down plus bottom-up. Okay, so within the top-down, basically what we do, we perform we'll perform these tests, and let's see how the things will work. So before performing these approaches, I would like to make you understand how this top-down and bottom-up approach works. To understand top-down and bottom-up, you have to generate sequence diagrams to understand the approaches better. So let's generate a basic sequence diagram for our code here. So let's say I'm an integration tester and I have integrated the calculations.cs in our program. Now my responsibility is to identify or to perform integration tests. So first thing which I will do is I will make the sequence diagram for my button control, because this is the main method which is going to perform. So I'll simply click here, right click, and we are going to generate a sequence diagram here. So once we create the sequence diagram, we have to identify the maximum call for the depth. It may be possible we are dealing with big programs and let's say there are 20 callbacks. So in order to identify each callback, you have to provide maximum call depth as 20. But in our case, since we only have a couple of callbacks like initialization of an instance and then calling the methods, so maximum 2 to 3 call depths would be fine, but still I'm using 10 as the maximum call depth because I'm sure the number of callbacks will be less than 10. So let's just simply click on OK, and we are searching for the current solution only. So let's click on OK, and a sequence diagram will be generated. Now once the sequence diagram is generated for you, now you can see that. Let me just explain you the diagram. Here, this is the starting point of our diagram. So as soon as the form initialized, there is a button control here. As soon as you click the button, your method body executed. This blue section here defines your method body. So now what actually happens is, first calculations were created, which means the new instance for your calculations is created, and it was created using the method new calculations. Okay, and it has been performed as a section 1, and an object is returned to your main method. Now with the help of that object, which has the access within your button one click method, we have executed the add functionality. We have added the control, and within this add, what we actually did, we have executed the code cl.add, and we have provided two inputs, A and B. It could be possible cl.add has been tested by the developer, but what we are performing here is we are performing the unit tests. Okay, so in order to perform unit test, either we'll go with top down approach or the bottom up approach. Let's say if we go to top down approach, we have to get started with the starting point. This is the top of the section, this method is the top section, and this method is the bottom layer. So this layer could be considered as the top layer, and this could be considered as the bottom layer. So you can identify the real test first, what is the output. If the output is not correct, then you can proceed to individual methods and you can test them. Okay, if you want to go from bottom up, so if you're a developer, you can get started with your bottom approach, that you can first you can test unit wise your individual method, and then you can test unit wise your main method. So in case if you want to go from top down, so this is top to bottom approach, and if you want to go from bottom up, so you have to go to the bottom layer and then you will go to the top layer. So this is the top down and bottom approach works, and this is a simple example of integration tests. So what all you can perform? You can perform individual values like your positive values, negative values, string values, and different kinds of things could be identified and can be noted, and if all the test cases are passed, then you can simply proceed to production of your software. So I hope you understand the concept of integration test. Within integration test, we have a top down approach and a bottom up approach. Within top down approach, we will be testing the top section first and then the bottom sections, and in bottom approach we will be testing the bottom methods first, and then we'll go and test the top method. So I hope you understand the concept of integration test. Thank you for watching.